William, thank you so much. Let's focus on the ODM primaries after a day of delays, anxiety and tension. The Busia County ODM Elections Board Secretary Innocent Oluku says they have received vote results from 99% of the polling centers, but they're waiting for hard copy results before they can make the final announcement on just who has won where. Let's now bring in our senior political affairs reporter, Duncan Haemba, who is in Busia. He's been keeping an eye on what's been happening there for us since very early in the morning. Haemba, good evening. Good to see you. It has been a very long day for you. What are you hearing on the ground? I know the numbers are now trickling in. We have results from 11 out of 105 polling stations.
Yes, Linda, as you've said, results are trickling in, not fast and furious as expected or as what we are used to whenever it's a by-election or an election, when they are being transmitted or relayed through the electronic system. Therefore, we are doing it manually. We will have to wait. And as you've said, the ODM election official in Busia County could have said 99 they've received on paper, but yet to get them officially, we doubt, because from the reports we are getting across in most polling stations is when they're about to conclude. However, out of the 105 polling stations, only 11 so far is what we've been able to do, a quick compilation, although most that we've been able to gather what we can say from areas perceived to be strongholds where Paul Otuoma has enjoyed some massive support, looking at the results that we have so far, because from the 11 polling stations so far, Paul Otuoma has 5,065 votes against the governor, Ojamong, who has 1,280. So that is what we are dealing with right now, but we'll be keeping tabs, or we'll be monitoring as those particularly officials actually come here.
All right, Haemba, this was definitely a battle between Governor Sospeter Ojamong and Funyula Member of Parliament Paul Otuoma. As the results are trickling in, what are you hearing from some of the supporters?
Mixed reaction, and you said it was a battle, it is a battle, and perhaps it will continue to be a battle. Remember the events that we woke up to in the morning? Paul Otuoma, a furious one, who as early as 6, he was at Bumala police station to lodge a complaint following a purported publication of one of the dailies that he's ditched ODM for Jubilee. Of course, it was propaganda at play. He explained bitterly and said that the matter will not end there, irrespective of what the outcome will be. When we posed the same question to the governor said, as far as he's concerned, he is the sole ODM aspirant here in Busia County. The rest belong to other parties. Claimed that they are being bankrolled by Jubilee, but ODM would later clarify and say Paul Otuoma is a paid-up life member, founder party member of ODM, and that is the reason why he is participating in this particular instance. When we asked the governor, depending on how the cookie crumbles, if they will be extending an olive branch to one another, he said, in the event that he loses, then there will be plan B, but definitely him working or joining forces with the Otuoma, it's a no, no, no. So Linda, that paints a picture on what we are dealing with in as far as this whole nomination exercise is concerned. And therefore, it will be interesting just to see who will be standing where when the chips finally fall. Remember that they've been having bad blood in ODM. At some point, Otuoma had resigned from his position as ODM vice chair. He was almost on his way out when they teamed up with the likes of Ababu Namwamba before he said that he reconsidered his decision, then went back to the party. Those were just some of the telltale signs that perhaps all was not well as far as the two leaders are concerned. Of course, one knew who was after his political seat, and one knew that he needed to unseat who, and that shows how the whole thing is panning out. When you talk to residents here, some are saying they will make that decision they want change. Some are saying they want the status quo. Some are saying even if there is an outcome today, still August 8th, there will be another major decision that will be made by all registered voters in the county. So the stakes are high, Linda.
Listen, talking about that publication that you've just mentioned that was doing rounds in the area, we do know that it was sort of linked to a Nation Media Group, and they gave a they gave a statement actually, and they said they disassociate themselves from such leaflets and condemn in the strongest terms possible the use of any of their brands for political purposes. A clarification there from Nation Media Group saying the top page of what was purported to be Daily Nation that was doing rounds in Busia did not originate from them. But then it's interesting, Haimba, when you say that you spoke to the aspirants, and he said that he seems to be having, if at all the results come in and he loses, then he will have a plan B. Did you get to ask what that plan B would be?
Yes, we asked him because we asked the governor. We told him that his opponent has gone to the media, has actually reported to the police. Nation Media Group has come out and said they will be investigating just how a template or something, a replica to their product, came out with what they called misleading information to the public. But when we asked the governor whether he is behind it, because those were the allegations by his opponent, Dr. Paul Otuoma, the governor was very categorical and said that he cannot confirm or deny, but what he knows that it's him as an ODM member against outsiders, because he's completely refused to agree, or rather content with the fact that both of them are in ODM. And he says that he has all the evidence that he is battling external forces. So we are not so sure how the whole matter will proceed, because to many it appears that it took many by surprise, including the ODM party itself. So we are yet to see what exactly will be transpiring. Remember that on Monday, the two leaders were actually summoned by the disciplinary committee. And when you look at the resolutions that the committee came up with, they were told that they have to toe the line, their party line, and ensure that they subside those animosities that are threatening to polarize this particular party and in this particular part of the country. So the stakes are high. We'll just see. It will be interesting, particularly if it will be a neck-to-neck race, in that all the two leaders, both the two leaders will come here for the final tally. So you can imagine if the two leaders meet eye to eye, what will happen given what they woke up to, that particular propaganda that purported one of them has ditched the party overnight and joined Jubilee.
Trust me, Chaim, but that would be very interesting to see the two leaders meeting up at one point. And I remember you're speaking to the incumbent, Ojemong, in the morning, and he made such serious allegations. So it would be interesting as well just to see the sort of atmosphere that will be there when the two leaders